Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Plays little Children of Morta. Shall we? Sorry, I'm getting the ergo set up all proper. It's different for every game. Some games you lean forward, some games you lean back. Like that Fat Joe song. For real, I almost don't remember what we did. Didn't we beat the Ziggurat boss on the last level, or on the last attempt? So we're on the ruins of Old Barahut. The Ziggurat was a really cool level. Now, who did we play as last? It was John, right? Which would mean we're due for a Linda Kevin? I think we do a Linda Kevin. That's my assessment. And I gotta tell you, it doesn't happen very often, okay? People have been writing very nice things about my Children of Morta play. That will change when the episode where I die to that boss 15 times, maybe 30 times happens.
Overgrown oasis for its citizens. Now, nothing more than a slum.
That's not the way I should have rolled that. But for now, thank you. Really appreciate it. I think, honestly, I can't take too much credit. I gotta chalk a lot of it up to just the smart strategy of constantly keeping our characters like nearly equally leveled. Just keeps you off your toes, off balance, and honestly, I think that's a fairly relevant strategy. What did I drop? 3 gemstones? You know, originally I was like, getting the charm is kind of like a bad roll from a boss, I think. Well, a champion. But, you know, that worked out pretty well. I see ya. I see ya. I see you as well. No problem. So, Linda, I don't think it's fair to say I'm unconcerned. Yo, what are you, dude? Weird little hedgehog. Because I think, you know, anytime you're rolling with a pretty low-leveled character, which is almost always, I guess, but, you know, particularly in this case, you gotta be a little bit cautious, a little conservative. But, you know, her skills are obvious. Whoa. Excuse me. We have so many things to improve upon. I do want the charm, don't get me wrong. We really need to level up, like, yikes, like 4 times on this run. I don't think that's impossible. I don't think those are rookie numbers, but I don't think those are too tough to imagine actually happening. You just gotta, you know, you keep your enemies at bay. Keep the combo rolling. Roll. We still hidden? We're still hidden. Thank you for the globe. Very much appreciated. I think that was like a textbook encounter. Little extra gold. What's this charm? Increases movement speed. Whether or not it's temporary is irrelevant to me. I will say though, you know, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's a lifetime of, well, not a lifetime necessarily, but an adolescence consisting of quite a lot of Diablo and Diablo 2 playing. But I do feel like a certain, like a natural acumen when it comes to Children of Morta. It's not really being shown off properly here. I'm also realizing this is not normally the overlay we use for Children of Morta. Usually I'm down in the bottom right, but I made a couple videos where I was up here, and you know what? We're halfway through this one, so whatever. We're gonna keep it going as such. We can't level anything up right now. That's okay. So I was just remembering, like, the last time we played as Linda... Oh, we need to use our charm, for sure. Poisons damaged enemies. I'll take it. The last time we used Linda, we took the ability that allows you to get You know what? We probably do want to ult here. We took the ability that allows you to do more damage when you're standing still and loosing consecutive arrows. I don't know, man. This one is starting out kind of cursed. Yo, never mind. The level changes everything. What do you got for me, by the way? It's an item. I think. Okay, if you could just relax momentarily. Extra damage or longer ult timer or decreases stamina. Yeah, let's go for the harmonize. That allows us to move and shoot longer, which I think is a pretty important benefit for dealing with big waves of enemies. I mean, the thing with a game like this is I'm not going to stress out too much over having like a perfectly min-maxed build, because I'm pretty sure we could always just grind. You know, like maybe there's a level cap, maybe there isn't, but you know, it's not like we're going to be using this for like PvP in the World of Warcraft arena or something like that. Like, in fact, we probably won't be using this character for too much of anything, because I'm about to freaking die. This item, I gotta tell you, I'm not asking for a miracle. Maybe I should be. But I would love to see a healing relic from this. What the heck is that? You found an ability rune. Runes modify your abilities in a unique way and are consumed when you use that ability. Oh, we're not done, huh? So I think we're in classic Morta strategy. We're gonna run around in a circle. Whenever our right click is available, we're gonna use it. We're gonna try not to get hung up on the architecture. So we're creating a cyclone at the area of our right click's impact. We've been here before. Stay frosty. Drop a health globe. No health globe. That's alright. You know, we got the most important resource of all. Experience. Oh, they did drop a globe. Increase movement speed. Alright, so we got doubly increased movement speed. I don't really know how we're gonna make it out of this bucket of syrup right now, but you know, it is what it is. We're just gonna keep on trying. Okay? If you got a problem with that, you can just turn back. I can't believe there's still new mechanics we haven't learned either. Many people, they've said, man, I like the Children of Morta series. It's just a shame the game's so short. And I'm like, the game is short? I mean, we're on like hour 8 here. I think I'm 2/3 of the way in. I mean, I guess that is short by like roguelite or RPG standards, but for indie standards, it seems pretty good to me, dude. While in Guardian's Rage, movement speed and critical hit chance are all increased, or strike a dominating note, stunning all enemies near Linda. Look, better rage definitely seems relevant to me, because I'm kind of underwhelmed with her rage ability. Maybe it charges faster than the other ones. But I think having anything that keeps enemies, like, it controls the amount of enemies we have to deal with, that's gonna be like a huge priority for us. And we can also combo it. We can do shift into right click, much like the Sega Saturn did Nights into Dreams. And it doesn't use our mana, because that's not how this character works. At least it's only 5 damage on hit from this gentleman right here. On the, not on the attacks obviously, but on the weird AoE. Increase the maximum health at the expense of decreased health globe. Efficacy. I would say, again, that's kind of like a... That's something you pull out if you got no other options on the boss fight, but... So, I'm doing things in reverse order. We should probably always start with the shift if it's available. I can't believe we kind of clawed back on this one. So many gemstones, too. We're like a freaking HBO show starring Adam Devine, Danny McBride, John Goodman, Edie Patterson. There are others. The guy who was in Booksmart, he played the rich kid in Booksmart. You know what I'm talking about. It's a rune. Harmonic Slam deals damage at the cost of inflicting damage to Linda. But what if we didn't though? Like what if instead of doing damage, we just yeeted that item into the stratosphere? Because it seems like very antithetical to what I'm trying to accomplish. All that being said, we're still going to use it. The reason we're going to use it is because the only way to get rid of it is to use it. No. Just make sure you get value out of every use. That's all I ask. And dude, I'm gonna say, you know, it started a little wonky, but it's feeling a lot better now. Yo, health. Instant health recovery. Should have saved it to use after this runic upgrade, quote-unquote upgrade, is gone, but... Explosive Crescendo has a larger area of effect at the exchange of losing some damage. I don't mind it. It's never been about the damage on that one, I think. It's about hitting as many enemies as possible, so he's done. So we're probably level 8. Next level up will be the a slightly better rage mechanic, and then we'll have to save up, I think. Okay, you should have an item for me. I also appreciate these levels are only 2 floors. Yo, Flames Orbit, you damaging enemies. This is not the character you want to have this on, I think. I mean, my knowledge of synergies in Children of Morta is pretty low. Let's be realistic. But, you know, you're always happy to have more items, I suppose. We don't really play like an up-close and personal game. Yo, what is that? It's another rune? Primary attacks burn enemies with fire? We also just got an achievement called Geared Up, so I don't know if we actually maybe just got like, I don't know, maybe 100 items, or maybe we've finally seen every item in the game, and by finally I mean way faster than I ever could have expected, but I was looking for a word to put there. Alright. First floor, cleared out, full HP. Oh, it was only a rune, okay. So we got a lot of runes on this run. We're learning a lot.
Stiff limbs of trees, long dead, groaned in the breeze as their fruitless struggle to remain upright continued, as if unaware
we really take
they had
15
fulfilled
off of that?
the only promise ever kept.
How fast can one person be? There's 3 movement speed upgrades. I don't know, I'm kind of commentarily, I wouldn't say I'm spinning my wheels, but I'm in like a little bit of a holding pattern right now. Because my thinking right now is like, wow, we do take 16 off of that. My thinking right now is like, dude, I can't find any reason to be negative whatsoever. Which is beautiful. We're loving life. Oh, hey, came out of nowhere. With a completely predictable attack we should have seen coming a mile away. There's no reason that I think right now, like, we shouldn't be able to take out this boss. Assuming there's a shop, we're also... Oh, no, it's a summoned enemy, I think. Assuming there's a shop, we're also about to be able to buy, like, whatever we want. We have so many darn gemstones. Whoa! Where the heck? These came from you, surely. Okay. Greatly increased critical hit chance at the cost of a slow, constant drain of health. We at least have to pick it up just to add it to the codex. I told you, I'm a more methodical game player now. I wanted to add that to the Pokedex. Pokemon Go has made me a changed man. But I don't know if we want a constant drain of health. I would be more open to changing my strategy if my strategy were not really working out well, but I feel like my strategy has been like pretty consistently usable in this game. So plus, this is why you should never compliment me, because now like it's just gone to my head. I'm like, well, I can do no wrong. The comments said I was pretty good at this game. I don't know if you noticed. I still don't think we want a drain of HP. It's just a little too dangerous. Okay, that's our 9th gemstone, which is just, like, absurd. So this would be our shop. This is the path to the boss fight. We definitely don't want to tap out early. We got at least one more level in us. Okay, melee companion that fights by your side. Companion that stuns enemies. And a totem, was that Totem of Deception? I didn't even see what it did. Where is it in the item list? It's a divine relic, I assume? Totem of Deception. Creates a totem that distracts all enemies. That actually seems pretty good for a ranged character, unless it blocks you in. But by creating a Totem of Deception, we can send the enemy somewhere and then back off and shoot them. That's my thinking, at least. So super definitely want to get at least one more level up. 2, honestly, I think 2 is fairly plausible. It might look a little absurd right now, but I think it's fairly plausible. Just be careful here. I think it's fairly plausible. All we really need to do is remember, we basically found the boss, like, right away. Also, I can't stress enough, having a companion that stuns enemies seems extremely huge. Like, again, I say this so often, but hey, if it's constantly happening, that doesn't necessarily mean it's infallible, but it's like a good thing, you know? If you're always having like your best run ever. It's like the opposite of in Office Space, where the therapist goes like, oh, so every day I see you, you're having the worst day of your life? And he's like, yeah. And he's like, wow, that's pretty messed up. This is like the opposite. Every time you see me playing Morta, I got a smile on my face because I'm having the best run I've ever had. Even when I go like, I don't understand how this character works, inevitably, people are like, yeah, that's Joey. You just left click and enemies die. The only exception, of course, was that one very cursed experience where we were unable to beat the boss. So it was a decent rage opportunity, I thought. Am I stressing out over the HP here? Yeah, a little bit actually. We lost a lot there. And we continue to. You know, lost in translation maybe a little bit here, because, you know, I haven't had too many super unsuccessful runs, but the game, I'm not going to say it's hard. Because, you know, we got a pretty good track record of beating a lot of the stage bosses on like our first or second try. Couple notable exceptions, but you can really only make a couple of mistakes, and your HP, or before you find yourself in a delicate spot, I should say, and your HP is not necessarily like dropping very frequently. Sometimes it does, like We managed to fight back here pretty nicely, but sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes you're stuck on like no HP for way longer than you'd like. Okay. Yo, you love to see it. You love to see it. Don't hit me. Okay, so I guess that's what this floor is about. There being no enemies, and then very soon after that point being absolutely freakish surrounded. Go ahead, follow me. I was gonna say, for a second there, it looked like you were coming after me. Which is pretty interesting when there's such a distracting totem right next to you. I mean, who can resist the allure of the totem? My dude. Oh, you are a large orb. That was panic. I apologize, by the way. Again, you know, it's one of those things with a camera. You got a couple of different ways you can roll a camera in the modern YouTube ecosystem. You could shrink the whole video to make sure you're not blocking anything at the expense of the video being smaller. Oh, we do have 2 skill points, too. I don't know if we actually want more of this. 1 extra second of stun is pretty meaningful, I think. You can put yourself bottom right. You can put yourself somewhere on the game that doesn't seem to impede anything, or you could just accept, like, hey, occasionally to see my smiling face. You're gonna miss some relevant gameplay on the left side of the screen. Now, you know, you ask 10 different people what they would do. 10 different people will give you 10 different answers. So instead, why don't you just ask 10 different people what they did on their weekends? You know, maybe learn a little bit about them. Sure you'll all be happier in the end. I want like 1 more gemstone. Yo. I don't want any more items, and we don't need any more gemstones. But it would be very nice to have some peace of mind that we could always get back to max HP. Like right now, not a problem. But we can buy infinite globes in the shop, so I think we're in a real good spot. But 1 more gemstone would really tie the room together. Okay, now 2 more gemstones would really help out. I didn't realize this was one of the chests you use a gemstone. I thought this was one of the chests that might give you a gemstone. And I'll be contacting customer support post-haste for my refund of 1 gemstone, but it probably will not apply until the video is already over. That's all right. Thank you, customer support. I appreciate it. Apparently, I right-clicked very far behind me there. My mistake. I gotta tell you, like, Morta, even with the, like, bad video that we made, and it was pretty bad, but even with that, I'm feeling like this is top 5, 100% top 10 Game of the Year material, I should say. And like a good over 50% chance we're looking at top 10 in my professional opinion, for me. Now, you ask 10 different people, you're going to get 10 different answers, but I've been enjoying it greatly. Oh, no.
Wood and metal were strewn about. 1 body was present, 1 missing.
Okay. Found an item. Stargazer's son's paintings. Well, we told you, you can't be messing around with all that astronomy stuff. You know, you're talking about heliocentrism and yada yada. Ah! Okay, we gotta use almost everything we got here. I'd save rage just because we're close to the boss. Bit of a bummer. Lucy summons a Cyclone at the impact of an explosive Crescendo. Sure. Sorry, Crescendo. We're playing a lot of games with this sort of verbiage right now. Please let me out. That's alright. I'll wait. Lucky. No. We're not gonna level up, so I don't really want to fight you here. We have 1 gemstone, which I think is the right number. TP me back. And here we go, 25 minutes. It flew by. You know what? We actually might get 1 more level. I'm willing to take a stab at it. Alright, that guy just walked into a world of despair. Take it. I'm only doing this because I think there is an outside chance of of 1 more level. If it becomes clear that that's naive of me, then we're not gonna worry about it. Yo, talk about 1 more item. I will take a totem that buffs us. And I'll release Tomo from this room. Goodbye, Tomo. The thing is, it's the word greatly that got me there. If it said creates a totem that buffs you, I'm like, yeah, you know, big whoop. Everything's a buff. Because it said greatly buffs you, I'm like, this is my item. So we're doing a little stall technique. And it backfired slightly, but I think we're doing okay here. Champion is the annoying one. As is the enemy summoning big purple shadow balls from off the map, but got him. Yo, it's movement speed, dude. I'm so fast. Okay, this is not bad. I can't believe I got hit by that. It's still not bad, but it is worse now. That helps. And I honestly, the only other thing I would ask for right now is 1 more level, and we're so close. More enemies spawning from the corruption is, I was just gonna say, the best thing that could happen for us right now. Okay, we got 1 skill point. Can't put it in anything, but I'm assuming, I might be wrong about this, to be honest, but I was assuming you get some kind of, oh, hello. Some kind of, like, passive upgrade every time you move up a level. Maybe I'm wrong, though. Okay, we're at full HP. Let's do it, dude. I don't know if I'd say that I'm ready, but I think we did everything you're supposed to do there, so. Let's hope you're not quite as hard as the stone golem. Yo, we got 5 grand, too. It was a pretty successful run. And it started wonky. 25 minutes ago, I was like, we're gonna die.
Is withered after twisting away.
Every Souls-ish game needs a tree boss. Remnant's got one. Many of the Dark Souls have one. Okay, that's not so bad. Okay. I see what you're doing. Now, the only thing I'm gonna say, stuns don't appear to be working all that well. And we're not doing very much damage. Oh, but these take damage. The roots take damage. And maybe drop globes. Yeah, so don't bother with your ship stun. It's not worth it. Well, it's a great time to ult. I mean, it's going, like, pretty well. Maybe if you kill enough, you kill enough of the roots, you get, access to maybe a little bit of bonus attack time / damage here. I don't know, man. Seems like it. So that was very solid. You missed. I mean, right now, this is like... you know what I gotta say, it feels really good. Oh, you just kill all the roots and then you get a little bit of a moment here. I see. Because you were shooting out spikes. I had my spikes and my roots confused. You missed. Yep, you're not gonna miss. You missed that time. I mean, dude. Next time that happens, we're popping control. 100%. Okay, so get these. Your AoE is so good on those. Kill this. Hold control. Go to town. Drop your buff. Yo. I mean, I don't want to say I'm the greatest player this game's ever seen,
left
but
behind the seed that the Bergsons were looking for. No time to waste. Mary was waiting.
as compared to Stone Golem, this was like the easiest money ever made. Are we really 2/3 of the way through? What can I say? I am very good.
A sip of the potion
Hit the
was enough for
three-wheel
Mary
motion.
to open her eyes, and for John to exhale with relief. Unbidden, pain shot up Mary's spine and filled her eyes. Something other than her illness. The baby was coming. It was time. The air was suddenly still. Mary's sickness had made them forget that the ravenous mountain god was after their baby.
No.
Curses.
Don't make me do it.
The Black Altar had come alive with an ominous will. Even Rhea's light couldn't keep it at bay, couldn't delay the evil of the sacrifice forced upon them. When John held her for the very first time, she was crying the song of life. Life was all that went through her father's mind. How he wished that he could give his own life instead of his baby's. But his life was worthless to the cruel god.
John, she's testing you.
Mary
Don't do it.
burst into tears. She feared that John was going to give up their baby to save the world. A world that at this moment was worth nothing at all to her. What chance did the Bergsons have against this monstrous cruelty of an immortal god? What a rotten fate that had doomed them to this destiny. How could John accept this heinous cycle of looming apocalypse and child sacrifice? His whole body shook from the conflict inside him. Every glance from his family was like a mortal wound to his heart. Would they let hope die this day?
Just take a dump in the crevasse. It's the only thing you could possibly do. At the climax of the game, the Bergsons hold hands and just defecate in an alternating yet simultaneous fashion on the altar of the mountain god.
This could not be the end. No. Grandma had already sacrificed herself for them. There would be no more sacrifices.
Nobody tried using their weapon on the altar before? Come on. You got to think outside the bun.
Together, they were going to break that cycle and defeat unjust fate. And the look in their eyes became one of resolve. For life, for hope.
All Bergsons get plus 10 skill points.
On an evening just like any other, the old man appeared, followed by someone else, but it was not his apprentice. The man now carried the weight of two upon a body where youthful curiosity had been replaced by remorse and obligation. He sought safe haven with the Bergsons so that he may discover something worthy of his son's legacy.
All right. New souvenir. Sharp weapons upgrade has been unlocked. What the heck is this? I don't know. I dare not click on it right now. What I will do is look at the Book of Rhea. Yes? You want to be on the camera, Tomo? You want to be on camera? Tomo gazed upon the Logitech C922, technology far beyond his limited understanding. He didn't understand the power this held over the human beings, and yet at the same time he faced it with a reverence. Not irreverence, with a reverent quality. Okay, here, Tomo. Don't scratch me. I'm gonna pet you, okay? You always gotta get a level of something as soon as it shows up. It's like Fight Club. If it's your first night, you gotta fight. Sharp weapons. Increases critical hit damage. Yo, let me give you a little secret here. It's cheap. So that seems pretty good. Let's take movement speed. As long as you got the capital, movement speed feels really nice. And, you know, sure, why not? And sure, why not? Welcome to the show. For now, thanks for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. Helps a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. See whatever the heck this is. See ya!